You didn't see that one coming, did ya? It was really, and still is, really busy at work. I'm having trouble with finding time to record and edit. After work, I'm just mentally so drained I just go to bed. I eat something, exercise, and go to bed. I literally don't have the energy to focus on what I'm saying and making a video, and then if I'm not focused, I have to edit a long time, which I also don't have the time for, so you get the point. I already announced it on my community page on Facebook, but today's topic is a bit different than the regular topics that I have. Doesn't matter because the series is called Deep Topics with Dino, so you know, it doesn't really matter what kind of topic it is. This topic, let's just say, I'm gonna tell you a story regarding this topic. And you're gonna tell me what your perspective is on this in the comment section down below. And it's not obligated, kind of like an order, you're gonna tell me no. I would really appreciate it if you would let me know in the comment section down below what you're gonna think of the following story. The person's story that I'm about to tell is a friend of mine. He does not want to make his name known, he doesn't want to make family known, like he just doesn't want to be in the publicity, doesn't want to use it. He's very ashamed for the fact that he has to ask for help. And now a lot of you guys, just like I said, it's like there's nothing to be ashamed of when you need help. But I also get it. I'm a person that also does not like to ask for help from anyone. I rather fix my own shit, to say so. So I understand where he's coming from. A man, he's 2 years older than me. He's 26, just turned 26. Grew up in Bosnia and only a couple of months ago moved out to Germany where he has his girlfriend. He started working in Germany in like some kind of computer shop as far as I can remember. It's the first time he could actually leave Bosnia, have a job and start a normal life. Super excited. His mom is pretty sick, has a heart condition, so you know, paying for the medication and stuff in Bosnia, the treatment is just very, very hard, especially when there's no money. He was so happy, moved into his girlfriend's apartment, started working, just bought his new car, and all of a sudden on Instagram I saw he was selling his car, and he was so happy with that car. You cannot imagine how happy this guy was with the fact that he had his first and his own car, like in general. All of a sudden I see on Instagram, too bad I have to sell you because of things in life. And I'm like, why is he selling it? And I was like, well, whatever, you know. He's just, people have various reasons to sell a car, so I just didn't suspect anything. 3 days later, I receive a message. It is this friend telling me he's selling his car and he's selling basically any goods he has of any worth because he got diagnosed with stomach cancer. So to be honest, at the moment, I was literally without any words. I had no idea what to do. As you guys know as well, my contract from this current job ends by the end of this month. I still haven't got a job in Switzerland, even though I am in the process of some applications, but nothing black on white to say so, nothing confirmed on paper. So I really have to watch my finances as well and my money and stuff, because I don't know how long this is going to process still gonna take, and I still have to pay my bills. But he basically said that due to the coronavirus, he lost his job. And in Germany, it works like this, that while you're working, you have health insurance from your work, like state or national health insurance. But at the moment that he got fired, he automatically gets transferred to a family health insurance, which covers still a lot, based on the income of his girlfriend and because of the fact that his girlfriend is working. Once he got diagnosed with cancer, he didn't have the insurance from a full employee, which means that they don't pay for the medication for your cancer treatment. While it's in the early stages, there is a 95% chance, or like even, 95% is pretty like accurate when it comes to the research that I've done, is that it can be treated within 3 to 6 months, depending on how heavy it is and depending on how the medication will affect the cancer. But it is curable. Only thing with that is that the medication costs 4,600 euros a month. It's called Nexavar, if I pronounce it correctly, Nexavar, and it's in 200 milligram doses, so you can Google that. I think it's called Nexavar. Correct me if I'm wrong, if any one of you guys is studying anything regarding to medicine and that kind of stuff. He basically called up all broken and he said, I'm selling everything I have. My girlfriend doesn't make enough money. My health insurance is not gonna cover it. I need that medication. I cannot sleep from the pain that I have. And if I don't have the medication, this will get worse and I will potentially, well, not potentially, most certainly die from this disease. Before we continue with this story, until this point on, first thing in my head is like, why the fuck isn't it mandatory in any law that if someone has a disease which can be treated, that it has to be free? Like, why isn't health insurance free for anybody who is sick? Raise taxes, raise whatever, but health care should be free for anyone, in my perspective. And then people are gonna throw probably 1,000 different reasons in the comment section why that isn't possible, but I can give you at least 6 examples. I will have to look them up, but at least 6 examples from history, because I studied a lot of different wars and histories and countries, usually countries regarding to a war. So I would deep dive into it, find out what the country is about, the culture, and how a war could actually erupt. I can give you 6 examples of countries who provided free healthcare for all of their citizens almost 20 years ago. So anyone telling me that it isn't possible today and now is retarded. Actually retarded. Because the countries which are on that list were countries who also gained the money through taxes and other ways, but they just distributed the money differently and with other priorities amongst its people. So the fact that you have a 26-year-old man who's well, like, in general healthy for that, except that thing, healthy, has still like a large part of his life ahead of him. His entire life. At 26, you just started living. Is denied medication for a curable disease. And he's most definitely not the only or the first example. I have multiple examples from people like nearby, but never this close. This is just something I cannot get over it. This is one of the main things. We are Western Europe. We are capitalists, we are modern, we are everything, but we cannot provide people in this world with the most essential things. Still people dying from hunger, still people dying from droughts, and from not having water, people dying from flus, from the most basic disease. We can go to the moon, but we can't even heal all the diseases on our world. There's just something fundamentally wrong within like Western Europe in just capitalist society when it comes to priorities of money and spending money. There's many ways, and I have a lot of connections, and also in the Balkan YouTube world, and just people who would love to help out and would help out with humanitarian streams where people can donate and we would get that money like this. The only problem is this guy has his honor this high that he would rather die than ask for help in public or to anyone else than the people who are very, very nearby him. And even then, he had a lot of trouble asking us. Continue with the story. At that point, I gave him the money I could miss from my bank account immediately. And I immediately started looking and checking how much I can additionally give as soon as I get my last paycheck in. So he needs like 4,600 for a treatment from a single month, and I'm looking to give around between 2,500 to 4,000 depending on what I can miss. I really have to do my calculations right because I don't want to get in financial trouble, how stupid it may sound, but I'm just looking at, okay, if I can pay my bills, have the most essential things in life and no extra luxury, then everything else will be given to him. Because luxury is something we can all miss, which I can miss. And if this is the price of someone's life, then I'm very happy to trade that in. Especially if it's a friend of mine and someone who's close to me to say so. That's exactly what I did. The other friends are also my friends, which he asked, so we all discussed this and we are all giving what we can. but we're not gonna cut it with everything together. So I have done humanitarian actions in the past, which you guys know. I literally showed every single item that I bought, and to a video like with the refugees in Velika Kladuša, with all the stuff, like 2 cars filled with stuff, and literally handing it to people from hand to hand, because I like transparency. And when someone donates, because I don't like doing donations on all kinds of stuff, because I can't see where my money goes. I don't trust organizations. I only trust a person. If someone nearby me tells me, hey, I'm gonna do this humanitarian action, I need this much money, can you donate something? And I'll show you I've given everything from that. Then I will give you it then I'll definitely give it to you. And it's exactly the way I did it. I bought everything, I had the receipts, I thanked everyone in that video for like 5 minutes long. Everyone's first and last name was mentioned in that video to thank everyone for that action. I think we got 600 euros within, I think it was like 12 hours. And at the time I had like 10,000 subscribers less than I have now. The thing is, I want to do the same thing. The problem is transparency. I cannot give you his first and last name. I can show all the documents that it is real if people would like to see that. But I cannot film his reaction and make it public, if you know what I mean. And it's so hard, because the next thing, I'll put a donation link in the description down below. And anyone who believes me and the fact that I'm gonna give every single penny to this treatment can donate whatever he can miss on that donation link. If there's anyone who has an idea on how I can prove that I'm gonna give it to him, comment in the comment section down below. He doesn't want to make it public. As I said, he's very ashamed, and his let's say his pride is that high that he would rather die than ask anyone for help. He only told us, didn't even tell his parents, because his mother has a heart disease and is being treated for that, and he's trying to pay for that as well. And is afraid that something will happen to her once she, well, gets a shock from this. Yeah, it's just so weird. I'm basically asking you guys to give money to me to give to a friend who has cancer, which I cannot make transparent to you, which just sounds like an African prince scam, and I would completely ignore if I was in your position. But there's some of you who have been following me for so long and know that I have done humanitarian actions in the past, showed every single penny that was spent, that was actually donated, where it got spent in, and named everyone who donated. Spent 2 days working in a refugee camp, buying stuff for food for the kids, and just doing all kinds of stuff, which gets 5k views. I don't give a fuck about the views. Literally, I could copy or duplicate concepts that got 500,000 views on my channel, which I don't want to do because it doesn't give me the same satisfaction. I do what I like to do in my videos, and I don't care about the money. I have a good job, I have saved up money, I'm good. I'm good for the upcoming time, for the upcoming period. I'm just gonna leave it at that and let you guys decide on if you're gonna trust me or not on this one, to donate something. And if anyone has a good idea on how to make it somewhat transparent but not show his identity, then you can comment in the comment section down below. That's the topic of the day. The fucked up world that we live in, where you have to buy your own life through because healthcare is expensive in Europe. Well, it's expensive, it's just it has to be paid. That life/health has got a price. It is what it is, I guess. But that's the topic of the day. And yeah, I'm not gonna say I hope you enjoyed this video, because you cannot really enjoy this. This is just messed up. I just hope you guys can support in some way or something and have some trust in me. If you can donate, don't do it. You're not obligated to. You have your own problems as well. So I'm not forcing anyone, or not saying you're a bad person if you don't. If you have something spare, please do, in the link in the description down below. It will be a PayPal donation link, which is usually used for my streams. why it's easier to fill in without having to type in the entire address and yada yada yada. We'll have the link in the description down below. I would like to, let's say, have it open for like the upcoming month or something, and then I'll make an update video on how much we exactly gather, because of course I will be monitoring what kind of money is coming in, from who is coming in, and all that kind of chit chat. So all of that will be used for the cancer treatment. Not 1 cent will be on my bank account when I transfer it to him. And I will save it up until it's a certain amount, because transferring it from a PayPal to my bank account to his bank account will have some fees and that kind of stuff. I'll take those fees for my account. So literally everything you donate will be going to this kid. Well, kid, man, boy, he's 26, just turned 26. So you're not even like a real man. You're neither a kid. You're like, you know, you get the point. Yeah. I'm just gonna see you guys in the next video, which will be a different topic. I found some cool stuff, some cool topics to talk about in the upcoming videos. Finally, I came up with some new ideas. I was kind of dead and drained on inspiration. I came up with some cool stuff, so that's coming up. The milkshake vlog thing is still postponed because of COVID. I want to invite people in my car to interview, and once that goes live, that might get me in trouble in the Netherlands for the fact that I'm not maintaining the distance I should be maintaining. Just gonna see you guys in the next video. Next video will probably be there on Sunday. Today it's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. It will be there on Sunday. Probably in the evening, because as I said on my community post, it's freaking hot during the day, and recording with all these lights and editing in a room with a computer that's blowing out hot air and yada yada yada, it gets me soaking wet in my chair. I'm not even kidding. See you guys in the next video. Ciao.
Perfect.